The special session was called to look at the congressional maps and redraw the boundaries for Maryland's 8 different congressional districts. But while we're here, the issue of gerrymandering is also front and center. And despite more than 70 people registering to testify in support of the citizens' redistricting map, it seems like lawmakers are going to push through their own version.
Well, we were passing this last year.
Annapolis in action once again.
The next 3 on the list are
2 maps with vastly different lines creating the future political landscape for Maryland. This map drafted by a bipartisan panel of lawmakers, and this one created by an independent citizens committee. The legislative map looks similar to the current congressional boundaries, and the Democrats who control the legislature say they prefer keeping the map similar to what it is, while the one backed by the governor and the independent panel creates more compact districts. Both maps up for debate.
Not approve Senate Bill 01.
I urge this body to vote in favor of the maps drawn by the Governor's Commission.
Lasting hours.
Fair elections foster compromise and make compromise necessary.
While the Republican lawmakers say the outcome is already guaranteed.
I'm sure that the bill will be on the governor's desk.
The independent nonpartisan group Princeton Gerrymandering Project gives both maps different grades. The citizens map an A for fairness, the legislative map an F, begging the question.
Would you consider that gerrymandered?
I think that the Legislative Redistricting Advisory Committee moved around the state in the space that they were supposed to. I think that I laser focus in on Baltimore City because we lost population, and what does that look like? When I look at the 7th Congressional District, I see that it still holds in the stature that it's supposed to from a racial or demographic, geographic makeup.
So is that a yes or a no to the gerrymandering?
I think that from a Baltimore City standpoint, it looks very well.
Would you consider that map drawn by the lawmakers gerrymandered?
Gerrymander is in the eye of the beholder. And we'd go to one part of the state and hear one thing, and go to another part of the state and hear the exact opposite. The key is, did we create a fair map where people are fairly represented, and did we protect communities of interest? I feel very, very confident that we did.
The map drawn by lawmakers is expected to pass this week, though the governor is threatening to veto one he deems unfair.
Once that final map gets sent to the governor, he'll have 6 days to make a final decision. Senate President Bill Ferguson says if the governor does veto it, the chances are pretty high that the lawmakers will then override that veto, potentially sending this straight to the courts for a final decision. Also happening during this special session is the debate of the governor's emergency crime plans, although Senate President Bill Ferguson tells me those plans will not come up during this session. They'll have to wait until January. In the State House, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.